What happens if Theresa May's negotiating skills fall short and we crash out of the EU without a deal? It's the question which a powerful committee of MPs posed today, but to which ministers gave very different answers. Boris Johnson brushed it aside.
I think that actually, as it happens, we would be perfectly okay if we weren't able to get an agreement, but I'm sure that we will.
Liam Fox was less breezy.
Your substantive point about not having a deal, of course, would be bad, but it's not just bad, not just for the UK, it's bad for Europe as a whole.
Both he and the Brexit Secretary, David Davis, insisted today contingency plans are in place for no deal. But what are the risks outlined in the report? It suggests an ongoing damaging dispute over how much Britain pays on leaving, the likelihood of big tariffs on industrial and agricultural goods, and fears of a return to a so-called hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland.
What is your concern about no deal?
Well, no deal is mutually assured damage to both the UK and to the EU. Now, the scale of that economic damage may then depend, if we do fall off a cliff in the sense that there's no deal, as to how quickly people get serious about getting back into a negotiation again.
At the very least, the report suggests the Prime Minister may need to reconsider whether she really is happy to walk away from any negotiations, as she suggested at Lancaster House in January. Lord Heseltine, who was sacked last week after rebelling over the Brexit bill, didn't think much of the Foreign Secretary's approach either.
Boris Johnson, you've just heard the Foreign Secretary saying that no Brexit deal would be a perfectly OK outcome for the British economy. Do you agree?
Well, it's rubbish, isn't it?
It's widely expected that tomorrow MPs will give Theresa May the go-ahead to trigger Article 50. So today's mixed messaging from the three leading Brexiteers in her cabinet will worry those who, while they know the government is taking Britain out of the EU, fear they have little idea as to how to get a good deal for the country. With the clock about to start ticking for real, the questions about the nature of the deal are likely to grow.